So let's just check what is going on. What is the attention going for? What are we looking at if we want to connect with ourselves? Just see what comes to our attention. Just habitually. And support the process by choosing to open up. Because if you open up, there will be more information, there will be more receiving of your being in general. But opening up also has already a good attitude of being open, being less closed. Making it easier for the good things to be received. Opening up to receive the support of the ground. In our feet and legs and pelvis. Even traveling from our pelvis to our head. Through the organs and the bones and the liquids. So we can open up to our head being supported. And then when we can feel our head be more supported, we can give more permission for it to float. And when we can feel more the floating of the supported head, again we can have more inspiration for letting the head, for being open around the head and holding on a bit less, go more with the flow of support, flow of weight, flow of points of gravity, flow of the senses, flow of the thoughts, the emotions, the energy. And of course, we want to be open to the hands and arms supporting the shoulders. We want to receive that too. We want to be open for that. Inspiration, liberating us from our habits. Liberating, inspiration liberating us from our righteousness. If we are merciful with ourselves, we can easily accept that habits contain a lot of righteousness, like our personality. So relaxing into the notion of opening up for receiving in our sitting from the ground, but also receiving our breathing, receiving our breathing by waiting and opening the inspiration from inspirare, breathing in, a process we invite indirectly. A process and a dynamic that we want to cultivate in order to become more and more like a natural reference. Like asking yourself, what inspires you? What's your inspiration? You having a great day? And asking yourself, oh, what inspires me? You're having a terrible day, but you ask yourself, what's my inspiration? Like, meaning literally, what is the content? What's the energy that I want to breathe in? So oftentimes when heavy energy get released, you can notice it when you have an extreme breathing or yawning. But with remembering inspiration, you can already choose more consciously what is the air you want to breathe, what do you want to be inspired by, what thoughts, what feelings, what thought systems, what so-called realities do you want to give permission to nest inside you? Or maybe also what you don't want to be inspired by, what you don't want to allow in. in terms of thoughts, thought systems, energies, so-called realities. Making sure your ability to letting go has your attention and can be cultivated this month, especially. And then, of course, it's also very helpful to remember to open up for the light. Days are getting shorter. More light will be required to be brought intentionally. Of course, you can use electric lighting, lamps, but also choose to be inspired by the light. Choose to bring and shine the light that you receive when you open up for it. Because no matter who you ask, quantum physics, mystics, or people with a near-death experience, they all say that that's your essence. And of course, you don't want to miss your essence, even though you're having a soul adventure in this life. You don't want to forget your essence. You don't want to forget where you're coming from. You don't want to forget who you truly are beyond all your patterns and habits and personality and righteousness. Opening up for receiving the light, the earth, the breath, bringing the blessing into all aspects of your existence. Opening up for the light to receive the brightness that wants to shine away, whatever is in the way of your momentary happiness. Giving permission for the liberation from all these neurotic structures. Roles and patterns. Fusions and attachments. entering and stabilizing spaces of light, letting the air move through your mouth, letting your lips and jaw be ready to smile or available for smiling when it wants to happen. Make sure you're not the one who holds it back. The opening of your ears, your temples, of your forehead, in the enjoyment of the new brightness, expanding through your whole body. Choosing to open up for what you really want. Choosing to receive what you really want. Just supporting this process. of investing in what you want instead of complaining what doesn't work or what you don't have. Choosing to focus. And when you feel you lost the focus, you can choose to remember and then you lose the focus again, and then you forget what you want. And then you remember again. Remember again what you want to be open for. What you want to be inspired by. What you want to cultivate. Moving into the spaces and realities you choose consciously, not missing out on any good thing that wants to come to you. And usually, when the light frequency rises, um, old realities um, dissolve or vanish or explode or disappear. And new possibilities for stabilizing yourself show up. So choosing to be open for receiving higher frequencies and more liberated and happy realities, so you can watch more often happy reality TV when you look at the world, or even when you look at yourself. It stays a TV show or a movie, but it can be more and more of a happy movie, more and more of a successful, loving movie. And then you can have a new mantra. I want to happy movie. And you can even sing it like, I want to happy movie. I want a 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 happy movie. So your tendency for being realistic does not destroy your vision, your destiny, your purpose. Being realistic has nothing to do with cutting yourself off your higher frequencies. You do this only to stay in the comfort zone of your habitual configuration. Call it realism. So whenever you catch yourself doing that, just forgive yourself and remember, you want a happy movie. You want a happy movie. You want a happy movie. And go to that frequency before you make any other choice or even another thought. Like, a problem can never be solved in the thought system that has created it. Never. So we need to, I call that, transcend the thought system. I want a happy movie. I want a happy movie. So choose this if you like to transcend from the special awareness of the session, of this part of the session, to the next part, and your everyday awareness. And just remember, if you like the session, please let me know. And if you know of people who could have a lot of help by joining this, please tell them about it. And yeah, see you on the other side.